Crisis X2 Light here, and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Emerald Vanilla. We're going to reload our save state, because I'm pretty sure there is no save file here, right? Oh, there is a save file. I thought it couldn't save because it didn't have a functional battery, being that it's a ROM and all. But I did say we're going to reload our save state, so that's what we're going to do. Come on. Load game. And boink. So, when we last left off, we finished beating up on Roxanne and got ourselves the Stone Badge, which for some reason is two arrows opposite each other, but maybe it's just the gray in the middle of them. Also at the back of our channel card. We also got the PokeNav, which allows us to call trainers that are registered to the tool if we ever want to see what's going on in their daily lives, or for battle rematches. Now, the first trainer we can register, it's gonna be obviously it's gonna be Brendan over here. Oh, hey, Crisis X. You had a match call feature put on your PokeNav. Cool. Let's register each other so we can get in touch anytime. Registered Brendan in the PokeNav. By the way, Crisis X, I walked by Mr. Briney in Petalburg Woods. I bet he was on his way home to his cottage by the sea. Crisis X, how's your Pokedex? Have you filled in any pages yet? Mine rules. Want to have a battle to test how far you've progressed? Well, sure, of course. There's a Pokemon Center, so if anything goes wrong, we'll just run right back to the Pokemon Center, right? I know you just became a trainer, but I won't go easy. Good grief, that damage. Well, he doesn't have any flying type moves, so I think Dustox would be nice to throw out here, especially since it's a fully evolved Pokemon. For all you want, Confusion's a special attack. Oh, he does have wing attack. I stand corrected. Here's a fun fact while we're battling our rival here. In Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, your rival will be in Rustboro City with 3 Pokemon on their team, and the third Pokemon that's on their team is a Torkoal, a Pokemon you cannot encounter until later in the game. Makes you wonder where the heck they found it. You're pretty good. By the way, you know Mr. Briney, the guy I just passed? I bet you didn't know this, but since you just moved here, Crisis X, but Mr. Briney was once a great sailor. Everybody tells me that. That battle was tough cookies. I don't like my cookies tough. I like them edible. Delicioso. Let's register this kid. Hmm? Ah, you've obtained a PokeNav. I will gladly register you. After all, I have plenty of money. Registered Rich Boy Winston. Yeah, those berries are not going anywhere anytime soon. A tiny mushroom. Oh, neat. That's the badge from Rustboro Gym. You must be a trainer. You should try using this item. It's a miracle seed. If a Pokemon holds that item, its grass-type moves become stronger. Besides Miracle Seed, I think there are other convenient items for Pokemon to hold. She is right. Other items that exist are items like this Quick Claw that can boost a Pokemon's speed randomly during a battle. And a charcoal for raising a Pokemon's the power of a Pokemon's fire type moves. Shumish. This is one. Freebie Great Ball. Now we'll have to rescue Devon researchers. So that puts us at 4 Great Balls. I did not mean to run into the grass. Hello, we meet again. We seem to be drawn together. Let's register each other in our PokeNavs. Register Lady Sydney. Cindy. That's it. Mr. Briney's cottage. Oh, we found him. Hold on, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're Crisis X. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package for Slateport, then. Quite the busy life you must lead. But certainly, what you're asking is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Yes, Dewford it is, then. Anchors away. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. Hey, it's Dad. Oh, Crisis X? Where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your PokeNav, so I decided to give you a call. It sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. Registered Dad Norman. And away we go! Ahoy! We've hit land in Dewford. I suppose you're off to deliver that letter to, what's it now? Stephen. Wow, you bothered to cross the sea to visit Dewford? Did you maybe come here because you heard about Brawley? He's so cool. Everyone idolizes him. Oh, that's cool. Gorge your eyes on this. It's a silk scarf. It's right at the cutting edge of fashion, yeah. Oh, I can see your eyes twinkling. You appreciate my dazzling style. Oh, you're a delight. Here you go. I want you to have it. The silk scarf raises the power of normal type moves. It's a marvelous scarf that will go with almost all Pokemon. Judgmental much on that, buddy? That is true. We could give the silk scarf to our Pokemon, but then if we give it to Zigzagoon, we'll miss out on any items that it could pick up for free. So instead, we're gonna give it to Poochyena since at the moment, Poochyena has yet to learn any dark type moves. You know, we'll also give the Quick Claw to our starter Pokemon. I mean, why not? Dewford Hall. Everyone's information exchange. This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Yes. I hear you and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. We got an old rod. And as an added bonus, I'll even throw in a little fishing advice. First, you want to face the water, then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you get a bite, pull on the rod. Sometimes you can snag something immediately, but with bigger catches, you need to time the pulls on your rod to haul them in. Let's register our new item. Now it has sell, dock. That means that it's registered to the select button. We're gonna fish here. Let's see what we can catch. Nothing. Try again. Nothing. Try again. Oh, we got something. A Pokemon on the hook. It's a Magikarp. Now, from what I believe, although I might be a little bit on this, what I believe is that as of Generation 3 and later generations that involved fishing, the old rod was kind of sort of powered up. So instead of just fishing for Magikarp, you also get other Pokemon like, I think like Tentacool. So there's that. Also, it's kind of funny that this is the third time that I'm seeing a female Magikarp. I was playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and I purchased the Magikarp from the guy that's next to Mount Moon, and he sold me a female Magikarp. And then not too long ago, I was playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and I did the same thing. I purchased a Magikarp from the guy, and it was once again a female Magikarp. I just find it funny, that's all. Like, haha. Okay, you're low on health. Let's try and catch you. Nope, that didn't work. You know, this Pokemon has a pretty harsh catch rate for one of the weakest fish Pokemon in existence. And no, I'm not gonna try to go fishing for Feebas because that Pokemon requires the Dewford Hall thing, and I am not for that. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna skip on the Feebas fishing. Magikarp was registered to the Pokedex. Number 52, Magikarp, fish Pokemon. Height 2 feet 11 inches, weight 22.0 pounds. Its swimming muscles are weak, so it is easily washed away by currents. In places where water pools, you can see many Magikarp deposited there by the flow. We're gonna try fishing a few more times and see if we can get and see if we can get something else besides Magikarp. So I'll do 2 more fishing attempts here on camera, and if they both come up either nothing or Magikarp, then off camera I'll keep trying until a tentacle pops up. So let's go for it. Nothing. Oh, we got a bite. Pokemon. What is it? It's another Magikarp. Okay, like I said, you're gonna try going for like that tentacle off camera, so be right back. There it is. Took a few attempts, but there it is. Found the tentacle. Let's weaken it so we can catch it. She's a fast girl. Dang it, Poochyena. Back to the grind. Found another one. This one's a higher level. Let's hope Poochyena here doesn't knock it out like he did with the last one. Tentacle's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 66, Tentacool, Jellyfish Pokemon. Height 2 feet 11 inches, weight 100.3 pounds. Its body is almost entirely composed of water. It ensnares its foe with its 2 long tentacles, then stabs with the poison stingers at their tips. Well, that was a pain. Unnecessarily difficult fishing, or because one Pokemon wants to land, or because my Pokemon wants to land a critical hit at the most inopportune time. But let's check out the stats on these Pokemon. So you have a docile nature. You have a naughty nature. That's kind of cool. You know what? We should clean up our inventory a little bit here. It is getting kind of full. Let's put away the X Defend, X Special, X Accuracy, and X Attack. That's good enough. We'll hold on to that tiny mushroom because we can just sell that later. What do people do if they need to go to a washroom? What if my rod hooks a big one while I'm in the washroom? I just can't go. There's water right next to you, dude. I wouldn't bother trying to use Sand Attack on this Tentacool because there's a chance that it has Clear Body for its ability. And what Clear Body does is that it prevents stat reduction. So if I were to use something like Sand Attack, then it will have no effect. And oh my goodness, my health is low. I lost because I'm trying not to go to the washroom. This man's kidneys are gonna explode because he doesn't want to leave his fishing spot for just a minute to take care of business. All the Stardust. Freebie Pokeball. And now to talk to this guy. Which do you prefer? Fishing in the fishing in the sea or stream? Well, it depends on what Pokemon can be found where. In the remakes, this fisherman was replaced with a hiker that has a Slap-off as his Pokemon. And, well, he was actually totally replaced as fisherman. They just moved him to where I found that Pokeball, but like in a much more open area. By the way, about the pickup ability, there is actually a chart online that I can look up that determines what level affects what item that Zigzagoon will pick up along the way. But the chart is pretty dang big. Like, it's a little big chart. I think I actually have a book from one of the Pokemon remakes up there on my shelf that also shows what items can be picked up by a Zigzagoon. Like in deep sea fishing, I lost spectacularly. Fishing's great, but so is battling. If you don't mind, can we meet again? Registered Fisherman Elliot. Yep, from this point on, trainers who have PokeNavs will automatically register to your PokeNav. And here's the plus about that. The PokeNav has infinite storage, so you can store as many numbers as you want on it, and it will never fill up. Not like I was in Generation 2. Talk to this hiker. Hey you, it gets awfully dark ahead. It'll be tough trying to explore. That guy who came by earlier, Steven I think it was, he knew how to use Flash, so he ought to be alright, but, well, for us hikers, helping out those that we meet is our motto. Here you go, I'll pass this on to you. We got HM5 Flash. Teach the hidden move Flash to a Pokemon and use it. It lights up even the inky darkness of caves. But to use it, you need the gym badge from Dewford's Pokemon Gym. Or if you're brave like me and smart, you just go to the cave without it because I kinda know my way around the cave. Let's see. I kinda know my way around this cave, so I'll just guide you guys through the cave while running around in darkness. And yes, expect me to bump along, to hit and bump along the way, you know? To go bump all over the place, bump, 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 bump. Because that's how I find my way around. Okay, we're gonna do this, aren't we, Zubat? You're gonna be a pain? Took too many Pokeballs. Zubat's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 63, Zubat, Bat Pokemon. Height 2 feet 0.7 inches, weight 16.5 pounds. While living in pitch black caverns, their eyes gradually grew shut and deprived them of vision. They use ultrasonic waves to detect obstacles. Yep. The cool thing about this cave is that if you can find a Pokemon called Sableye, that will be your calling card to getting through the Dewford Gym. Because Sableye, due to being dark and ghost type, has no weaknesses at all until Generation 6 when the fairy type was introduced. It takes neutral damage from dark type moves and ghost type moves. But because like I said it's dark and ghost, nothing can hurt it, not even fighting or psychic type moves. So let's go to this cave. Let's run into a wild Pokemon. It's an Aron. Aron here is a steel rock type Pokemon, new to Generation 3, and they are pretty dang defensive. I'm going to show you an example by using my strongest move, Headbutt, on it. Just to show you guys how much damage that this move does. And this is with stab, by the way. That was 1 damage. And look how much it does to me. That wasn't 1 damage. So if you want to catch this guy, you actually have to be smart about this. Use a Pokemon with moves that can do damage to it, like Lotad here, or do super effective damage, like Mudkip over here. We'll use Mudkip because Mudkip's Mud Slap is actually a physical ground type move. So even though it'll do a lot of damage to this little guy, excuse me, hopefully it won't be enough to knock it out. Well, that's good enough. And we cut its accuracy in the process. It also knows Mud Slap. It knows everything, doesn't it? Let's try catching the little guy. And we got it. Aron's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 70, Aron, Iron Armor Pokemon. Height 1 foot 0.4 inches, weight 132.3 pounds. A Pokemon that is clad in steel armor. A new suit of armor is made when it evolves. The old discarded armor is salvaged as metal for making iron products. Fun fact about Aron, I think at one point in the development of these games, they wanted to make it a pseudo-legendary Pokemon because, it has the same style of evolution as most pseudo-legendaries do. But then Game Freak was like, nah, too early for pseudo-legendaries. Another one showed up. That's kind of cool. Also, another fun fact about the Aron line is that they're one of the few Pokemon whose shiny form is a little hard to tell unless you look at the eye. Here we have a Makuhita. This is a really fat fighting type Pokemon that can actually hit hard. It's also one of the harder to catch Pokemon because for some reason, I'm not sure why this is, but Makuhita is harder to catch than its evolved form. Yeah, look it up online. I think Makuhita has a 120 catch rate as opposed to Hariyama, which has a higher higher catch rate or something like that, that makes it easier to catch. I don't know how it goes. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that. And correct me too if you need to. Because sometimes I can be wrong, but I do know that Makuhita here is harder to catch than its evolved form. Now we got it in 2 Pokeballs. Makuhita's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 48, Makuhita. Guts Pokemon. Height 3 feet 03 inches, weight 190.5 pounds. It loves to toughen up its body above all else. If you hear quaking rumbles in a cave, it is the sound of a Makuhita undertaking strenuous training. What was that noise on my computer? Well, we got a freebie Pokeball. You guys did not hear that sound, but I did. And it kind of like sound like a sound. The next lower level. There are some Rock Smash rocks here, but we don't have Rock Smash, so we can't smash rocks. Up here, though, check this rock, we get an Everstone. Everstone prevents Pokemon from evolving, so if you don't want your Pokemon to evolve, give it an Everstone. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter from me? He handed over the letter. Okay, thank you. You went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need to thank you. You just did. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. TM 47. Your Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know. Since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one another in our PokeNavs. Registered Steven. Now, I've got to hurry along. Don't bother checking these rocks that are here, there's nothing in them. I remember checking once in a off-camera playthrough of this game. Think there was something in these rocks? No, there's nothing in them. But hey, you know what? There is a Pokemon we haven't caught yet, and I did mention that it was that Sableye. So we're gonna go back down to the dark area, and off-camera I'm gonna try and see if I can find it. Okay. BRB? I'll let you know when we find the Pokemon we're looking for, if it can be found in Emerald. I'm sure it can, but it doesn't hurt to check. So, be right back. If I can just pause the video. It didn't take that long to find the Sableye. Took a few encounters, but there it is. Let's try and catch it, but not using Zigzagoon, because, like I said, Zigzagoon cannot hurt this guy at all. But who can hurt this guy? Well, the only Pokemon that can hurt him. Tailo. Tailo's peck goes right through the dark ghost typing. Really? Ah, Foresight. What that does is that it allows Ghost-type Pokemon to hurt normal types, and vice versa. Doggone it. We used up all our Pokeballs and not one of them landed the catch? Are you kidding me? We're gonna have to go back to Petalburg and buy more Pokeballs. We're completely drained. And now the encounter rate is skyrocketing because we're trying to get out of this cave fast. Well, that was an unfortunate thing, but we'll call it an episode. We'll heal up, and that'll be it. And yeah, we'll go back to saving our game as usual, instead of using save states. Save states are just going to be, from now on, as backup saves done right after the game is saved, just to make sure things get saved. And let's do a save state too, just to make sure everything is good. And that's that. Thank you all for watching this episode from beginning to end. It really means a lot to me. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Comments are still going to be turned off for the time being. While I do have notifs turned back on my phone, yeah, comments are off. So if you want to post comments, I'll put the link to my Pokemon server into the description of this video if you want to check that out. And if you want to check that out, you want to also talk to me about my adventures here in Holland. And that'll be that. We're gonna take a bit of a break from from Let's Play Pokemon Gold uncommentated for a little while, being that we did just beat the Elite Four in that game and the champion. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break on that, and as we're gonna play between this game and Pokemon Gold, I'll have to think about that. But yeah, thoughts on future LPs will be a thing, and that'll be it. So, like I said, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. I have, I think, like 132 subs right now, which is really awesome. I love you guys. Love you all for that. You're really helping me out here. I feel very blessed when this happens. And I'll see you guys then. Take care of yourselves. Don't get sick. Remember, your health is very important in this world, just like you are very important in this world. And I'll see you guys then. Later. Much love from Mama Dragon, aka Crisis X2 Light. Bye bye.